Hey everybody, welcome to Nerd Overload. It's time to play the music, it's time to light the lights, it's time to do this intro again because there's Muppet news tonight.
That's right.
I know that is a well we've been to
Many times. But you know what? It's a classic. It's not a redo. It's a classic.
I put a twist on it. It was a little meta.
It was meta. I like it. It fits. I'm Sam.
I'm Cody. Josh is here, but he's been hit with a beam that makes him immobile and also silent.
Yeah. So he's going to be here. He's quietly sitting. He's waiting for that beam to wear off. Yeah, we'll see if it happens before the end of the show. But anyway, we have a great show for you this week. A bunch of news we're going to be talking about. Some game news, some movie trailers.
Also, if you know who fired the beam, we need to set up a special hotline.
Yes.
Somebody did it, and we need justice.
Yeah, they need to call the hotline to let us know.
Yeah.
But first, let's talk about some things we have been checking out.
Check it out!
All right, so let's talk about some things we have been doing. Cody, what have you been up to this week?
Some stuff.
Okay.
I've watched a couple movies since we have last spoke.
All right. Speak on this.
I watched Weapons.
Oh, yeah, okay.
The horror movie by the guy that did Barbarian.
The Spooky Witch one, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was very, very good. I liked it very much.
Excellent. Did you know that there is a reference to The Whitest Kids You Know in there? Because one of the guy who directed it he's one of them. There's one scene where someone eats 7 hot dogs. And that is a reference to a bit from one of their episodes.
I didn't catch it when I watched it. I'm surprised I didn't, because I like Whitest Kids You Know. They're very good.
Oh, yeah. But no, this Weapons is good?
Yes, and I don't want to spoil it because it's worth your time. And I went in completely blind. I had no idea what it was about. And it sets down a very intriguing mystery from the start that I think pays off by the end, too, and is as wonderfully creepy as you would expect from the director of Barbarian, which was also a good movie.
Yeah. I know the broad strokes of the movie, so it's lightly spoiled for me.
Yeah,
but it's not like
the basis is it's a small town where an entire classroom of children disappeared, like a very specific class, except for one kid and the teacher, and they don't know why. And over the course of the film, you find out.
Yeah.
And it has kind of like a small town mystery on top of a supernatural horror.
Well, I hear it kind of starts as just a small town mystery and it slowly builds to the supernatural elements, which is good. I think I like that, where it's a secret magic thing instead of a just outright right there kind of thing.
And it's wonderfully weird, too. Like, it's not afraid to be weird and creepy.
Yeah. I actually watched a horror movie the other day. I watched Together.
I also watched Together.
Yeah.
That was one of the other ones I watched.
Yeah.
That is very good as well.
It's pretty good. Yeah, it's Alison Brie and Dave Franco.
A real life married
couple. That's right. And they are slowly being slurped together
because they drank some weird water in the woods.
They drank some gross water, and now they're like slowly merging into one being, kinda.
I'm pretty sure it's an allegory for something.
I'm sure it is. The director had something to say.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was pretty decent.
Some great body horror stuff in there.
Yeah.
The scene where, I don't think it's too spoilery, where
it's been out for a while, too.
They wake up in the morning and he's choking on her hair.
Yeah.
She wakes up and goes, "You're on my hair, you're on my hair." That was horrifying.
Oh, that was rough.
And as somebody who dates a person who has very long hair, like, now I've got that thing in the back of my head, like, what if I accidentally start eating her hair?
What if you're having a Together situation?
Yeah.
Yeah. A new fear unlocked.
Yeah.
But no, it was really, really well done. It's definitely going to be worth going back and watching again, just to kind of catch now that I know the full twist.
Yeah.
And everything
was fairly predictable.
It was.
But it was still a good enough story that doesn't really matter.
Yeah, no, it was really good. Yeah, I enjoyed it quite a bit.
Special effects were good too.
That's the reason I watched it, because I'm not my enjoyment of horror movies extends to bad cheesy ones typically. But I do like a good horror movie, or a good body horror movie, a good special effects driven kind of thing. And this one is
seriously like the most full-on body horror movie I've seen in a long time.
Yep, they did it right. So, really good one. So I've been going back through and continuing to rewatch old movies, primarily good old movies. I watched Ghostbusters again, just because I felt like it. There's not much to say.
It's a good movie.
It's a good movie. I watched it, and it was great. And I watched it and went, oh, I wonder if Ghostbusters 2 still holds up.
Bustin' does make me feel good.
It does make me feel good. I then went back and rewatched Ghostbusters 2, which is a perfectly okay sequel. It's perfectly fine.
It's fine.
Yeah. It's weird that in most of these Ghostbusters movies, the main threat is not a ghost, but a demon.
That is a good point. I never thought about that. They're more like exorcists.
They are, yeah. For all the ghosts that they are busting, Gozer was an interdimensional demon. Vigo was, I guess you could say he was maybe a ghost trapped in a painting, but he wasn't. He was more of a demon type. Now, I will say the next one I watched, Ghostbusters Afterlife, I watched all the Ghostbusters movies. That's what I'm burying the lead. I watched all the Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters 2 is the best Ghostbusters sequel.
I liked Afterlife.
I hated it.
I liked it fine enough. It felt, the whole premise felt weird because of all of the original Ghostbusters. Egon is the one that I did not see becoming a deadbeat father.
Yeah.
That felt weird.
And for all intents and purposes, it was fine.
It was fine.
It was a fine movie.
Perfectly fine.
It just did some things I didn't care for.
That's fine. I guess they do fight Ivo Shandor in that one. So, and he is a ghost. So.
True.
Yeah. But no, it's good for what it is.
It's a passable, kids adventure movie with IP, the ghost of an IP slapped on top of it.
Yeah, I like it. No, I think it was filmed. I knew that it wasn't going to look like the original Ghostbusters. It should have been filmed more like a comedy and less like a horror movie. I think that's the biggest tonal shift for me on it.
It might have been a better movie without the baggage of Ghostbusters.
Oh, maybe. I did like them tying it in a little bit. That was fine. I felt like Egon was maybe the wrong... Well, they had to, because Harold Ramis had passed away. But I don't know. He didn't feel like the right Ghostbuster to have a kid and abandon them.
They acted like Egon was the heart of the Ghostbusters.
And he's the brain.
But everybody knows that Rhe is the heart of the Ghostbusters.
And that leads me to my point. If it weren't being done as partially a in memoriam of Harold Ramis, Rhe should have been the one.
Yeah.
Rhe should have been the one, because in Ghostbusters 1, he mentions he had a family farm that his parents left to him. That's what they put 3 mortgages on in order to fund the Ghostbusters initially. There's the farm. He would have been the one.
What you're saying is the wrong Ghostbuster died.
In
the fiction. In the fiction,
absolutely. Yes. And then I went back and I watched Frozen Empire.
I still have never seen that one.
It is fine to a point. They go back to New York. You actually see a lot of where Winston Zeddemore is, and they kind of fill in the gaps. Like, he has become almost like he's not a bad guy, but he's become more corporate ghost, like not just ghost busting, but ghost testing and things like that.
Huh.
They mentioned that make mention that, yeah, he's not a doctor because you don't get doctorates in engineering. He's a master of engineering. So he is like on the same level. It's not like
I
he's
did
just
like
a guy.
that about Afterlife. They did do right by Winston.
Yes. Well, the Frozen Empire continues to do this, do well by Winston. And again, being back in New York, it works. You got more of the original Ghostbusters in it. That's like a whole huge team up, which is pretty cool. The one thing that I really did not care for, and this unfortunately is a major point of the movie. So, do you want it spoiled?
Yeah, I don't care. I don't think I'll ever watch it.
Okay. I mean, it's fun for what it is, but so in my estimation, and I could be reading it completely wrong, but yeah, Ghostbusters, it's a great comedy. It's a great sci-fi light horror kind of thing, but above all else, it is a story of the supernatural being defeated by hard science. Science beats mysticism. That's the whole thing.
And just blue-collar dudes making it work.
Exactly. So,
they weren't really blue-collar, though, when you think about it.
They weren't, but
that was the vibe.
That was the vibe. That was the original pitch was blue-collar. They were like exterminators, basically. But in this movie, it introduces a new big bad who absorbs fear to make things frozen. Like the cold of death and fear and stuff like that.
Kind of similar to the goo.
Yeah, kind of similar to the goo. But he...
what if goo was cold?
Yeah, kind of. But he's also like a big demon-looking guy. And he is a ghost, but like a ghost demon-looking guy. Anyway, he is... The whole thing starts... Kumail Nanjiani was added to the cast in this.
A good pick.
A good pick. He's the problem with the movie, though.
Oh, no.
His character... No... Kumail's fine. His character is the problem, the underlying problem I have with the movie. So he is like this guy who is selling off all of his grandmother's old weird stuff to raise, magic shop, pawn shop, occult pawn shop, basically. Bookstore. And one of them is this metal orb. And it turns out this demon is inside the orb.
It's the thing from Phantasm.
Yeah. See, that would make a good movie.
Yeah.
No, so they eventually let this thing out, and as it turns out, before Ghostbusters, back in the Mesopotamian days, there were a race of magic-using humans who could control fire much like a proton beam and magically trapped ghosts.
That's dumb.
And that defeats the entire I'm sorry. And Kumail is like the last in the long line of it. He doesn't know it, but at the end of the movie is partially won by him shooting a handheld proton hand fire, a beam of fire like a proton thing, enveloping this cold ghost, wearing ancient armor. It defeats the purpose of Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters is science beats magic. If there's already been magic that has been beating ghosts forever,
and it takes all the blue collar. Anybody could put on the suit, be a Ghostbuster with your bros. No, you have to be a part of a secret
cabal of magic users,
magic ghost fighters.
Yeah,
I don't like that at all.
Yeah, I don't like that, because it also means, okay, Rhe and Egon, they were way into the occult readings and stuff like that. There's no question. I mean, the movie presents it like they've never heard about this before, but there's no, realistically, and I'm being realistically in Ghostbuster terms, they would have come across this idea at some point and gone, huh.
Wasn't Gozer a Mesopotamian
something like that
thing too? Like, yeah, you think when
they would have come across it.
When I was researching Gozer, I found this thing that sounds an awful lot like us.
Yeah. And for that matter, what if they were to go, oh, the reason why we got into ghostbusting to begin with is because we heard about these magic flame wizards.
Yeah.
Like, that, again,
I was trying to recreate that power with this backpack.
With a backpack. It defeats the core premise of Ghostbusters. The movie in itself is fine. Paul Rudd's being Paul Rudd. They gave Egon's daughter more to do.
She is
an actual Ghostbuster in this.
She was really good in Afterlife. She was one of the better parts of it.
And there is a decent-sized cameo of Walter Peck from the first movie. Comes back. He is now the mayor of New York and determines, hey, the smart kid with the glasses, that's Egon's granddaughter, ghostbusting is a business, and you're a minor. You should not be a minor working a job. You are grounded, because also I hate Ghostbusters.
Because one time one of them said I didn't have a dick.
Yes, exactly. And so a lot of it comes down to the daughter, Gizmo, or whatever her name is.
It might as well be.
It might as well be. But
there's a kid named Podcast in the other one.
Yeah, and I can't remember if Podcast. See, I just watched this the other day, and it's rapidly leaving my brain. I can't remember if Podcast is in it or he's just mentioned. I think he's just mentioned. But a lot of the story is also about, I'm just a kid and no one takes me seriously.
Well, kids rule. It's a 90s Nickelodeon movie.
But it's also her character going, well, I am the smartest one here, but maybe I don't know everything, because she does befriend what seemed to be a good ghost who turned out to be a bad ghost. Because good ghosts can just look like normal people now.
That doesn't... In the canon, they were always glowing weird freaks, but whatever.
No, this is just a normal guy.
Is Slimer in the movie?
Slimer is in the movie.
Okay, well, that's good.
He's been living in they moved back into the old original firehouse, and Slimer has been living in the attic in a pile of clothes for 30 some odd years. He's barely in it
since the action figure residuals ran out.
Since High C stopped making Ecto Cooler.
That's what, if they were really funny, he would have woken up into a pile of Ecto Cooler juice boxes.
Well, it's Slimer and Finn Wolfhard's character, the other kid, is like a C plot, a comedic aside C plot, where it's like Slimer, he keeps wanting to get Slimer out of there because Slimer's been sleeping right above his current bedroom, and there's just slime everywhere, man. It's been dripping through the ceiling.
It's so slimy.
It's so nasty in there, and he's got to get that Slimer out because, hey, I'm a Ghostbuster. I've graduated high school and can work a full-time job. I am now a Ghostbuster. I need to bust this one specific ghost, and it's Slimer, so he doesn't.
And I can't get what happens to Rhe in the other movie that I can't say on the radio. That won't happen when Slimer's here.
We got to make room for the sexy ghosts, the sexy ones. But yeah, no, Winston has his own ecto study team. Like there's 4 or 5 of them. That is. They don't so much go out and catch them anymore, but people bring them basically haunted items, and they extract the ghosts from the haunted items using machines and technology. And I think that's a neat progression of it. But otherwise, yeah, it was fine, but it committed a pretty big Ghostbusters sin. In my estimation,
that's the most thought anybody has put into what the world is like after Ghostbusters than any other Ghostbusters movie has done.
Yeah,
because even Ghostbusters 2 just acts like the other movie didn't happen.
Yeah, it's like the ghost just kind of disappeared. It's like we beat the ghost.
People stopped believing that ghosts were real after we caught ghosts.
Yeah. I did not watch the 2016, not because I have a problem with Lady Ghostbusters.
I think that's a perfectly fine film.
And I don't care for it much. I think the comedy is a little too broad for my taste. I'm not the biggest fan of, I almost said Kevin Feige. What's his name?
Paul Feig.
Paul Feig. I'm not the biggest fan of Paul Feig's brand of, we're going to go as broad and as shallow as possible. We're going to spread this out like the thinnest crust pizza you've ever seen. Because, hey, that means it's something for everybody. I feel like that movie, having watched the two other actual sequels, that movie feels like it is someone in the Ghostbuster universe decided to make a live action show based off of
it's the Ghostbusters movie in the Ghostbusters universe. I can see that. Yeah,
that's what it feels like. Or like someone decided to make a live action version of the real Ghostbusters cartoon.
Yeah,
but they gender flipped everybody. That's what that movie feels like. And for what it is, it's fine. It's not my favorite. I
haven't
have no
watched
interest
it since
going back.
It was in theaters, and I enjoyed it fine.
I like Leslie Jones as a comedian. I don't need her yelling at me for 2 hours.
Oh my God! Now I'm forgetting.
The power of panic compels you. That's not my. I'm beyond the point. I mean, I do like a good just someone loud joke, but that is too. It's no substance, nothing there. I don't know.
I can't remember the name. The Lady Egon, basically.
Yeah,
she's on SNL.
She is. She's usually funny in a lot of things.
Yeah, I thought she was great in this movie. She was awesome.
Yeah,
very cool.
She was maybe the highlight. Kate McKinnon.
Yes, Kate McKinnon.
Yes, I think she was a highlight. I think Kristen Wiig, while funny, miscast. I think
Melissa McCarthy had a lot of heart.
She did have a lot of heart
and did a lot of carrying the soul of the Ghostbusters in the movie.
I agree with that. But like,
I don't know. It's not a bad movie. It's not a great movie.
It's not one. I've watched it once, and it was fine when I watched it, but I will never. I have no interest in revisiting it again. Whereas if they do another Ghostbusters Afterlife sequel, whatever, I would go back and watch the new Busters.
I just wish they would make a Ghostbusters movie that wasn't related to any of the other ones and was its own thing. Just do a whole new cast. Do it.
Well, that's what the 2016 was.
Yeah, true.
It was basically a retelling of the first movie, kinda.
Well, like it can take place in the same world. It's just a different
franchise,
different firehouse somewhere else in the world.
Well, it was like the game that they did years ago. It was they were going to franchise it. It's another city's team of Ghostbusters. They are...
Yeah, just do that for the movie.
Yeah. I don't know.
Talked about Ghostbusters for too long.
Oh, but
You're never going to capture the original film and all of the baggage that it carries, so divorce yourself as much as you can from it as possible and make your own thing.
You know, I could see that. The first movie, that movie should not have turned out as good as it did. It shouldn't have. Everything on paper, like everyone in that movie was acting in a different style of movie. And usually when that happens, the movie turns out pretty rotten, or at least like B grade. But it was magic. It was lightning in a bottle, and you can't replicate that. I agree with that. But I don't know. Yeah, I would see more Ghostbuster things. Hey, Rick Moranis has come out of retirement. Not only is he doing Spaceballs, I saw that he is teasing doing another Bob and Doug McKenzie movie. So why not next Ghostbuster movie bring back
oh God. We're really bad with
Louis
names.
Tully. Louis Tully.
We're really bad with names.
We're getting
tonight.
Yeah. Well, you know. All right. So, do you have any other check-ins before we jump into the news?
I'm sure I did, but we can just go to the news.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, let's just jump on into the news. So, yeah, let's talk about some things that have been happening the last week, 2 weeks, somewhere in there. Do we want to start with the State of Play?
Sure.
Okay.
Sony did its little Nintendo Direct equivalent, the State of Play, which I don't care for that name. It's not. It's so holier than thou.
It is.
This is the state of things that are fun.
Yeah.
From PlayStation, and it was overwhelmingly not interesting.
Sure. Yeah, I didn't even watch it because
it's
like
doesn't bode well for talking about it on this show. But
you know what? We're going to spin straw into gold with this. Here we go. Let's do this.
They announced some special speakers that are real good that you can plug into your PlayStation and also your computer, and it can flip between the two.
Okay.
Which seems pretty cool and pretty handy if you play PlayStation the same place you play computer.
Yeah, if they're both in the same room, sure.
It also connects to your PlayStation Portal if you're one of the 4 people who bought that thing.
Sure, okay.
I think this will probably make somebody mad, but I called it while we were watching the State of Play, I called it the Switch for Idiots.
No, I like that. No, that's a good stance to take. I like that. Yeah, this seems like a pretty niche, a peripheral, I guess you would call it, maybe.
And it's a Sony product, so you know it's going to cost like $200 or $300 more than you're willing to pay.
Absolutely.
It's very much Sony's version of having a talking flower you can buy.
Well, at least the talking flower is, it's whimsical.
Yeah.
It's whimsical BS.
This is just special speakers make your PlayStation sound good and also your computer.
Or you can just get speakers.
Yeah. I don't know. I've never been a sound guy.
I'm a little bit of a sound guy, but like
you kind of have you
produce
radio content.
I do kind of have to be, yeah. But you don't need special speakers unless, you don't need it.
If you're going to buy an expensive speaker from somebody who makes speakers.
Yeah.
And not somebody who makes TV and PlayStation and CD player or whatever.
Yeah. Now, Sony stuff is good. It's usually pretty good, but like you can get the same quality for cheaper. And if you really wanted to have your PC and your PlayStation run off the same speakers, you can do that pretty inexpensively, and it would sound just as good.
But what about my PlayStation Portal device that lets me play my PlayStation 5 within 500 feet of my PlayStation 5, but on a smaller screen?
You can put an extra speaker in your bathroom so you can listen to it with good ears on the toilet, because that's what it's for, right?
Yeah, it's for playing PlayStation on the toilet.
Yeah.
Or in your bed.
I guess, yeah. Okay, so other stuff. We got a Wolverine game.
Oh, see, I was going to save that for last because that's the only thing that was any
pick another
good.
one then.
They opened with Saros. I forget how to pronounce it. I always want to say Soros, like that guy.
I like that guy.
It's the new game by the people who did Returnal, Housemarque.
Oh, okay, sure.
And it looks like Returnal again. It has a weird like Doom orange look to it.
Okay.
Which I thought was weird. It does have that guy from Fall of the House of Usher and iZombie. I forget his name. It's like Raul
that guy
or something.
Yeah, he's really good.
Yeah, he's a good actor, and he loves video games, so it's not surprising that now he's in one.
Yeah, he was great on iZombie.
Yeah. But you mostly just see the back of his head all the time, so like, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it'll be fine. I never played Returnal. I probably should.
I never did either.
Because it looked like something I might enjoy, like a bullet hell third-person thing.
I know just enough about it, but yeah. It seemed like it would be up your alley.
Yeah. They announced Microsoft Flight Simulator on PlayStation 5, which is weird because that's Microsoft and they do the Xbox.
Yeah, that is kind of weird.
It just shows just how much Microsoft has just kind of given up. They just they don't even care anymore about the Xbox brand.
I'm going to say within the next 5 to 10 years, there is not going to be an Xbox brand, and Microsoft is just going to be a third party. They're going the way of Sega.
There'll be an Xbox, but it'll be a computer you can plug your TV into, which is more or less what the Xbox
That's
is.
basically it is at this point.
But it'll be something anybody can make. Like Dell could make an Xbox.
Yeah.
And it is just a computer that fits a minimum level of graphical fidelity.
Sure. But no, that because they are kind of sliding away from their own.
Like they put the Xbox branding on that new ROG Ally console too.
That's right.
And it's just a handheld computer that they slapped an Xbox X on.
Yeah.
So that I think that's where Microsoft is headed, if anywhere, is just slapping an Xbox X on two computers.
And that fine. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay, we have a...
It's a shame they had to buy all of the studios before they discovered this about themselves.
Yeah.
And lay off all of those people.
Lay off all those people. That's true.
They announced a Deus Ex remaster, the classic immersive sim conspiracy cyberpunk
cyberpunkish
adjacent game, which is an all-time classic, which is a shame because this remaster looks really bad.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The lighting looks really terrible, and the models aren't great, and it's surprisingly bad looking. And it's also weird because it's coming from the people who did the remaster of the original Tomb Raiders and the Soul Reaver games, which
they did pretty good.
Are pretty good remasters,
pretty good
and like surprisingly faithful to the original games.
Okay.
It's completely unnecessary. If you want to play Deus Ex and you want it to look nice, there's so many fan patches you can get a hold of on PC. I've played them, and they look better than this PlayStation remaster.
Yeah.
It's a game that really deserved Night Dive do the remaster, and not whoever did this one.
Yeah.
I guess we can get to Wolverine.
Let's talk about Wolverine.
We're at Wolverine portion. This game looks great.
Yeah.
Did you see the trailer?
I saw a little bit of it. I haven't seen the whole trailer, but I've seen a little bit of it. And yeah, for what I saw, it looked great.
I'm surprised they went the hard R violent with this one.
I'm happy though.
Yeah, the rated M for mature. I'm glad they don't have to make a Spider-Man game, but then they slap Wolverine on instead of. That's what I was afraid of when they announced Insomniac was doing it. I'm like, oh, they're gonna take Spider-Man and they're gonna put a Wolverine skin on it.
Yep, Wolverine's gonna get a grappling hook and he's gonna swing around the city.
But it looks very Wolverine, very very grounded in his particular world. It seems to get the Logan vibe.
Okay, excellent. That's what I like to hear. Good deal.
I'm very excited to play it, but it also doesn't come out till like almost exactly a year from now, so it's still got a while to cook.
It's in the oven for a bit. That's all right though. Yeah.
I'd rather a good Wolverine game later than a bad Wolverine game now. I think Miyamoto said that.
I was going to say Miyamoto or Iwata said that at some point. Yeah.
Speaking of Nintendo, if we roll down the list here, some kind of odd Nintendo news broke yesterday.
Yeah.
That Doug Bowser, current president of Nintendo of America, is going to retire at the end of the year and is going to be replaced by a woman whose name I should have written down before the show started.
Yeah, we should probably look that up. But what I have to say is, so long, Doug Bowser. This is kind of an interesting one. I'm sure Doug Bowser, he seemed like a nice guy. He seemed like a decent enough guy and a good CEO. I'm not sure what his major contribution to Nintendo was other than being the guy in charge when they rolled out the Switch 2 to the US.
Yeah, I don't know enough about his effects
tenure
on what happens at Nintendo, but I think Nintendo has definitely made a lot of questionable decisions since he was president.
I would say so. Well, because Reggie was a special guy. Reggie Fils-Aimé is a special guy. I'm saying that like he's no longer with us. He is.
Yeah.
He's well.
He pushed for a lot of consumer friendly things at Nintendo.
He did.
It is entirely Reggie's push that got Wii Sports packed in with the Wii, which on my money is the entire reason that it was ever the big success that it was.
Yes, I agree.
The new president of Nintendo of America is Devin Pritchard, who has worked there at Nintendo for 19 years.
Okay.
And is currently their executive vice president of revenue, marketing, and consumer experience, which is also the job that both Doug Bowser and Reggie had before they were also president.
So it seems like that is the
that's the track.
That's the track. Yeah. So Reggie Reggie was a special dude. He seemed like he was able to kind of fight against Nintendo of Japan decisions, and people would actually listen to him. Doug Bowser seemed like he was more of a yes man.
Yeah, it seemed like he would go ahead with whatever Nintendo of Japan wanted. I don't know that for sure. That's just wild speculation.
It is, but that's kind of the way it seemed.
Yeah.
And I mean, Reggie's also a character. He was a large part of the directs there for a long time.
Yeah.
And Doug Bowser
he showed up on like 2.
Yeah.
And then one time that was just to make a joke that his name was Bowser.
Yes.
It'd be funny if this lady's name was Devin Mario.
That would be pretty great. Devin Waluigi. Yeah. No, I hope Pritchard. I hope she does a good job. I hope it's a seamless transition and some good things come out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope she's willing to fight for the consumer a little harder than it seemed like Doug did.
Yeah. I mean, again, I'm sure Doug Bowser was very qualified for the position when he was elevated to it, but part of it does seem like he was put into the the CEO role because his last name was Bowser.
Yeah.
It feels
nepotism.
Like there was a bit of a joke.
Video game nepotism.
Or just the joke. Being able to say, hey, for a while we did have Bowser as a CEO of Nintendo.
And that's when we started making games $80.
Yeah.
Now I think there's been enough pushback against games being $80 that we've settled back down to $70, which is still
not
too
great.
Much.
Yeah, but it's better than $80.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I noticed most games that have been announced recently have been settling back to $70.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hey, give me indie games every day.
Yeah.
Now,
that's
my $20 to $40, that's my sweet spot nowadays.
Yeah, that's the solution. If you think games are too expensive, buy cheaper games from people who deserve your money more.
Absolutely. Okay.
Stop Skeletons from Fighting. Good old Uncle Derek did a very good video about that exact topic. Like, if you think games are too expensive, then you should buy these games.
Yes.
And you mentioned UFO 50, which I also agree everyone should buy.
Absolutely worth your money. 100% worth your money. I like that guy from Stop Skeletons.
Yeah,
he's a little too performatively high energy sometimes in his delivery, but like he knows what he's talking about.
I kind of like it though because he seems genuinely excited to tell you about neat stuff about video games.
No,
which
that's a good
like.
point. That's a good point.
It seems like it comes from the heart.
It's a genuine enjoyment of the thing, and not just because he's chasing clout and video game news is kind of easy.
He seems like somebody...
Says the video game and movie podcast.
He seems like somebody I would get along with if I met them in real life.
Yes.
And he has a healthy appreciation for Doom, which is always important in a person.
Hey, can't go wrong with skeletons. And he's teamed up with Matt McMuscles quite a bit.
Yeah.
For their stuff, which is pretty cool.
Because they're both skeleton
They're
bros.
both skeleton guys, yeah.
Oh, we didn't put it on the board, but speaking of YouTubers...
Oh, yes.
And because we bring him up a lot on the show.
Unfortunately.
As kind of a
joke. It's kind of he's kind of the butt of the joke. Yeah, the Completionist... almost a solid, well, not almost, a solid year after he disappeared from the internet, he put out a here's what's really going on, guys.
40-minute video.
Did you watch it?
I listened to all of it. I wasn't paying super close attention. It does sound like he kind of got screwed by those two guys.
Making commentary on YouTube drama, because that's what this is.
Yeah.
I mean, he screwed up. He screwed up
and
real big bad.
And he admits that he screwed up.
Yes. But, it is a lot YouTube drama stuff. And people who argue that a lot of times are looking for, cut and dry, black and white. And
it's not that. It's
never that. Can the guy, Carl, is it Jost?
I think so.
The other guy whose name escapes me,
we never claimed to be good at names on this show.
No, never. Not even once. Can they both have done a service by bringing this thing up, but also be bad people because they were going to make money off of it. Someone else's screw up.
Yeah, they were also clout chasing.
Both, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad that those guys did the initial digging into the Completionist and the Open Hands Foundation, because if not, this would have gone, the embezzlement would have gone unchecked. We would have never known about. Well, it's being looked at by the Department of Justice.
Yeah,
it's.
Well, they still haven't released their
that's
findings,
true. They still haven't released.
Still alleged.
That's a good point. Technically alleged, most likely true. I mean, if Gerard's apologizing for it, it might as well be. But anyway,
it sounds like it was more of his family.
Oh no, it's really his dad, and it's his dad and his brother seem to be the ones that were really kind of behind holding on to all those funds. Gerard's problem was when he discovered it, he should have been like, no, we raised this for charity.
Yeah.
It needs to go to charity. He discovered it and then kind of kowtowed to his dad because his dad told him, no, don't. We're just going to sit on this for a while. Don't worry about it.
Because you want to fight your dad about
Well, his dad was also his landlord for his big media empire.
Yeah. So yeah, he was in a tough space,
and he made the wrong decision.
Yeah.
He should have called it out, or at the initial discovery should have said, "Hey, stop the presses. Found this thing. We're getting it figured out," and not have another subscribe-a-thon or whatever.
Yeah, Indie Land or whatever it is.
To draw even more money, knowing that money wasn't going to go anywhere initially.
I applied to be on Indie Land once.
Oh,
I
yeah?
did not hear back, which is probably for the best.
In hindsight, probably for the best. But no, I'm glad that those two internet grifters discovered this so that it can be brought out into the open, so something positive can be done about it. But they're also internet grifters.
Yeah, I wish they didn't have to be internet grifters about it.
Exactly.
It's the same
That's
guy
exactly
that got sued by Billy Mitchell and lost,
yes.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. You don't want those two guys in your corner for anything, but it's a weird. I'm not going to watch it. I've seen enough of Gerard being talking sadly into the camera.
Yeah.
He's done so many I'm sorry about these things, and
I think he genuinely is.
And
not just because he got caught.
I think he genuinely is, but also it makes me question things. Why now? Why this exact moment? Why does he look like he's now younger than he was when this all started?
It's true. He actually looks better than he did.
He's lost a significant amount of weight, which good for him. And he has he's dyed all of his gray hair, because he was going pretty significantly gray when this all started kind of happening. And it makes me wonder, and he is an actor first and foremost. I mean, his acting career kind of failed, and that's what got him into games journalism. But he is an actor first and foremost. He is very good at being a charismatic presenter of facts and opinions. What's the angle? Yeah. And I hate that that's the cynical side that I have to take on this.
Well,
but at this point,
he wants to.
What's the angle?
He wants the show. He wants it to be the way it was. He wants the show back.
But here's the thing:
to moderate success.
It's never going to be that. It's never going to come back the way it was.
This is going to ghost him for the rest of his life.
The best thing that he could do is get on as a behind the scenes writer or line producer or director of some other channel. Have his name be on it as someone in off screen. He needs to be off screen. As much as I met the guy once. He was a nice guy. He seems like he genuinely has a heart. He's kind of burnt his ability to be on screen anymore. I feel he needs to be in some advisory or production role and get his creative outlet that way, because the Completionist brand is tainted and it's never going to bounce back.
But he's gonna try.
Well, that's maybe his wrong.
He said in the
decision.
video he's still completing games even though he's not currently making videos of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, hey.
Yeah, me too sometimes.
Yeah, hey, I complete a game every now and again. Sure, why not? But like, yeah, I just don't think even if he gains a lot of goodwill, which I believe he is from this most recent video, the brand is broken. And he's lost too many of the people that were close to him, that were part of his production team. Like,
he said in the video he doesn't have a team at all. It's
no,
just
they're
him.
gone. They're gone.
It's just him now.
Yeah. And I don't know, man. I don't know. And again, the cynical side is going, what's the scam? What's the angle?
What Pro Jared did and make another channel, and then when you click on the video, you don't realize it's a Pro Jared video until it starts, and you're like, oh, God, get him away.
Yeah. Oh, man, Pro Jared. We don't... God.
He launched some nostalgia channel that has tricked me a couple times, and I'm like, no.
Oh yeah, no, I don't. Yeah,
which I never liked his stuff to begin with.
He seemed very pompous to begin with.
Yeah,
and
honestly, I didn't watch that much Completionist to begin with.
I liked his stuff.
It was fine. It was just not a high tier watch for me. I wasn't like, oh God, gotta see the new Completionist. Like, it was one of those where I'd be like, well, I watched all the other videos.
That's kind of where it was for me. I subscribed to him at the time.
Yeah, I did too.
But it's like, I've never had a YouTube talking head a review of a piece sway me one way or another on that piece.
Yeah.
If I'm interested enough to make an opinion, I will go out and play the game or watch the thing.
We do the thing that he does. So like, we are very capable of forming our own opinions on media.
Exactly.
Because it's our hobby.
Exactly. So I don't need his opinion to tell me if a game is good. I can figure out if a game's good.
I know hot dogs are good. I have hot dogs on my desk.
But I wish him the best, but I also wish for this to just go away.
I like my video game YouTubers to tell me about a game I've maybe not heard of or have not looked in depth into, and to tell me why it's cool.
Yeah, I don't need someone to tell me why Donkey Kong Country 2 is good.
Yeah, I know it's good.
I've played it. I know it's good. Okay, we got a couple of real quick hits here.
But I do need somebody to tell me about a just translated Japanese JRPG for the TurboGrafx.
Oh, sure.
That I should play.
Oh, yeah, sure.
That
sure.
I will take any day.
Highlights of a new ROM hack for like Pokemon or something like that. Something that adds a bunch of weirdo stuff to it. Sure, I'll take that. But like, no. Like, anyway,
I love Jeremy Parrish's game history videos.
Oh yeah, he's from Retronauts, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
His videos are very good, and doesn't just tell you why a game is good or bad. He gives you like the background of why a game is what it is in its place and time when it came out.
See, that's cool. That's cool. I do like game history. Sure, for sure. Okay, a couple of quick hits. There was a trailer for The Mandalorian and Grogu. But no, the trailer looks really good.
Yeah, it looks like
great.
A lot of fun. I miss fun Star Wars shenanigans, and this looks like a full movie of that.
Fun Star Wars shenanigans. Well, what were the highlights of the trailer for you?
There was fun Grogu puppet stuff.
Sure.
I love little puppet guys in a movie.
Mm-hmm.
This is a known fact about me.
See, I thought the first thing you were going to say was Babu Frick.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's a little Star Wars puppet guy.
He's a little puppet guy, sure.
Yeah, there was at least 3 different Babu Fricks.
Yep.
I know that has a specific race name in Star Wars, but
they're
I refuse. They're just Babu Fricks.
Yep. Jacked Hutt.
Yes, there was a Hutt slug monster that was just buff as hell.
Yeah. Yes. A Steroid the Hutt.
Yeah. Definitely not Pizza the Hutt.
Definitely not Pizza the Hutt. No. What if this is didn't Jabba have a nephew who was like a little weenie Hutt Jr.
Yeah.
From the Star Wars Clone Wars. What if this is him grown up and is now like a pit fighter?
That could be a thing.
That would be awesome. Actually,
sounds like something Filoni would do.
Mm-hmm. Yep. We got some AT-ATs.
Yeah, in the I clapped when I saw it moment, but like I can't help but get excited about a Star Wars thing falling down, like and exploding. Like
as long as you don't make your entire personality I clapped when I saw it, or the entire point of your movie I clapped when I saw it, you could have some I clapped and I saw it, some nostalgia bait in your media.
You're allowed to have fun. You can't be cynical about all the things all the time.
You can't be red letter media all the time. You have to have fun sometimes.
That's why people don't invite you to parties, because you act like that.
Speaking of red letter media, I watched them do a review of the new Superman movie. I was putting it off because I had a feeling I knew where it was going to go, and Jay was 100% like, "Oh, I thought this movie was terrible. I thought it was too goofy and too dumb, and it had too much fart dumb jokes." And Mike
from the guys that do fart dumb jokes about movies.
Jokes, yeah, and Mike almost seemed like embarrassed to say that. He liked it. He's like, I get it. It's different, and it's more like a comic book, and it's different from the other ones because they hated the Zack Snyder stuff. Well, they hate everything Zack Snyder does. They hate everything.
Yeah, that's the show.
But it was almost like Mike was embarrassed to be saying
he was embarrassed
the movie.
To like something that wasn't Star Trek.
Yeah, exactly. But
what a predictable response, though. Like, to be
sure.
like, oh, just stupid, dumb movie. Like,
yeah, why is the dog in there?
Because it's a movie for a family to watch. They put stuff in there for kids, too. It's not for angry... It's not for angry men in their 40s.
Yeah, yeah.
Sometimes it's okay to relax and have fun.
Yeah, it's... yeah, exactly.
You don't have to be cynical about everything. It's healthy to have a little bit of cynicism. Keep that part in your brain that does that stuff going, because you don't want someone to put one over on you.
No, you can't be completely oblivious to and take everything at face value. You have to have a light amount of cynicism. It's the world we live in.
Yeah.
But
don't
gotta enjoy things.
Don't let it poison your personality so badly you can't have fun anymore.
Exactly. Okay, last couple things. Kenan Thompson of Kenan and Kel fame. I know he's done a million other things, but I like just saying he's from Kenan and Kel fame.
Also the longest running SNL cast member.
He is. Beat Tim Meadows to be the longest running. Yes. He is producing, and I believe he's also co-writing a Macho Man Randy Savage docu movie.
Good.
Yeah.
That sounds like it could
Apparently
be an interesting film.
He and his writing partner are like humongous classic wrestling fans from way back and want to do the life and story. And the script is partially based off of a biopic that Macho Man's brother, Lanny Poffo, who wrestled under a number of things, including he wasn't the poet. He was like the brain. He was like, his whole thing was he came out in a mortarboard and graduation gown and read a poem or limerick about the wrestler.
This sounds like if I was going to become a wrestler, the other wrestlers would make me have this persona to make fun of me.
But you know what? Lanny was actually a really good technical wrestler as well. But yeah. But no, that looks cool. There's going to be a Muppet Show.
Yeah, they're bringing back the Muppet Show for a singular episode.
One night only.
As hopefully some kind of backdoor pilot.
I'm hoping. Sabrina Carpenter is apparently supposed to be...
Yeah, is
allegedly the guest.
Which is...
Sure.
Perfect. She has just the right amount of like tongue-in-cheekedness.
Oh, she has Muppet energy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And is the same size as many of the Muppets.
Oh, sure. Yeah, absolutely. But no, I'm excited for that. I want Muppets to be back.
Yeah.
And last one here, there's almost no news to this. We put this on the board almost specifically for you, Cody.
Just because it sounds like a good time.
It sounds awesome. There is a new, it's upcoming. It hasn't been released yet, but a Matt Berry and Natasha Lyonne detective comedy called Force and Majeure.
Where they are buddy cops.
They're buddy cops. Matt Berry is an art critic, like Willoughby Force or something like that. And Natasha Lyonne is Majeure, who is a mercenary who solve crimes.
And that's a great concept.
Yeah.
Matt Berry is one of those comedians that has like a straight line into my funny bone and just can say a regular word in a specific way that will make me laugh every time. That's just the way he is.
So good. I watched a couple episodes of Garth Marenghi's Dark Place. This is going way back. the other day.
That show rules.
And that show rules, and Matt Berry is perfect in it.
Yeah.
One of the last few times that he is beardless in media. He pretty much grew that thing out, and it's stuck. Which, hey, cool.
Yeah.
But, like, very, very funny in that. And I'm looking forward to...
What We Do in the Shadows is one of my favorite TV shows of all time ever.
Excellent. Jackie Daytona. Human bartender.
The most devious man in New York City.
New York City. But no, I can't wait.
Natasha Lyonne is pretty great in almost everything she does, except for the AI stuff that she does, which is unfortunate.
Well, that is unfortunate, but everybody has their
thing that sucks, I guess.
Pobody's nerfing.
Yeah. Not even Natasha Lyonne.
Yep. So, but yeah, looking forward to it. And with that, I actually think we have hit time.
We made a show.
So you have been listening to Nerd Overload. Thank you very much for tuning in. You can find us each and every day over at nerdoverload.com.
You can go to links.nerdoverload.com to see all our links to all our social media stuff like Instagram, Facebook, Twitch. It's all at links.nerdoverload.com.
It's all there. You can email the show, staff@nerdoverload.com. If we got something wrong, if we got something right, let us know.
If you want to congratulate us on how right we were this
just
episode.
One email that just says, good job. All lowercase.
Or if you want to tell us one of the many names that we forgot
One
this
of the
episode.
many names that we forgot, yes. Email us. It's right there.
You can also give us a call on the Nerd Overload hotline, especially if you have any evidence leading to whoever it was that shot Josh with the beam that made him immobile and also silent. The number for that is 412-345-1413. Hopefully your evidence can bring whoever did this to Josh to justice.
That's right. You can find all of our back episodes on various podcast apps, including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, and YouTube. We stream every Friday on Twitch, and we might stream on other days. Sometime.
I have all the stuff.
You
ready
have all
to go.
Yeah, I just need to find a game that I don't think I'll get bored with after 2 hours. Finally, I'd like to thank Parker for helping us find news articles for the show. Thank you, Parker, and David Pencil for our intro and outro. So again, thank you all for tuning in, and we will be back next week.
Peace out.